Assalamu alaikum guys. Today we're going to show you how to make this beetroot halwa with koya, also known as a beetroot dessert. It's great. It's made out of beetroot, of course, and it goes very well with any lunch, dinner, or as it is, as maybe a brunch or a snack. So please share, like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. And without any further ado, let's get into it. So to make our beetroot dessert or halwa, we're going to need for the first stage 500 grams of grated beetroots, 1 cup of milk, 3 to 4 tablespoons of purified butter or ghee, cardamom powder, and half a cup of sugar. Then in the second stage we will make koya, also known as milk paste, for which we're going to need a quarter of a cup of milk, half a cup of dried milk, and about 50 grams of crushed cashew nuts. So we will start by placing a medium-sized saucepan on our stove. Turn on the heat medium to low. Then we will add in 2 tablespoons of purified butter or ghee. So take your tablespoon and like so add 1 and 2 tablespoons of purified butter. As soon as the purified butter becomes hot, we will add in our grated beetroot. And we will also at this stage add in our cup of milk. So this is our cup of milk, and we'll add this in with our beetroots. Firstly, we will cover this and let it cook for 10 minutes until our beetroot becomes soft. Once that's been achieved, we will cook it for another 10 minutes uncovered as to evaporate all the water. Then we will tell you the next step. So 10 minutes have passed by, and as you can see, our beetroot has become very soft. It has lost its crunch. So now we're gonna cook it for another 10 minutes uncovered, but before doing that we will add in our quarter of a cup of sugar, and we will add in a quarter of a teaspoon of cardamom powder. So a quarter like so, balance it out and just add it in straight. Mix this in very well. So after having added your sugar and cardamom, we will cook it like so. Don't cover it fully, halfway, and we'll cook it for another 10 minutes so that the sugar melts and gets incorporated with the beetroot and all the water evaporates. Then we will tell you the next step. So finally, after the last 10 minutes of cooking, as you can see, our beetroot is totally dry. It has evaporated all the water. All it's left in there is the sugar, the purified butter, and the cardamom powder that we added. So I'll just stir it in and show you what consistency that is. You see, it has become one cohesive mass. And here you go, you can see here how it looks now. So now what we will do, we'll turn the heat off as this is done, and we'll move on to the next step. So the next step is to make the Koya or milk paste. To do that, we will set a medium-sized pan on a low heat, and we will add in a tablespoon of purified butter, so like so. Let the butter warm up, spread it around the pan like so, and then we will add in our quarter cup of milk. Mix the milk with the butter, and to this now we will add our half a cup of dried powdered milk. And make sure you mix in the milk, the two milks, the dried and the wet milk, very quickly together as to not form lumps. We will cook this until it becomes dry and it turns into a paste. So on a low heat, keep stirring it until the milk dries up and it becomes a thick, cohesive paste. So as you can see, our butter paste is almost ready. Now I'll turn off the heat. And as you can see, it has become a cohesive mass. A very elastic, cohesive mass. Just like a very wet dough. And as you can see, it's very soft, very fragrant. And now this will help us with our final dessert. We will add the majority of it in our beetroot dessert, and we'll keep on the side a little bit for garnishing. As you can see, we have broken up our milk paste into small little pieces. Once you have achieved that, we will add this to our beetroot mixture. So, like so. I'll add this in really quickly. And once this has been added in, we will stir it in with our beetroot really fast. Now, just to add a little bit of more flavor, we will add another quarter teaspoon of cardamom powder and 3 tablespoons of crushed cashews. And again, stir this in really well. So there you go. This is our beetroot halwa or beetroot dessert ready. Now it's time to plate it up. So finally, once everything is ready, it's time to plate up. As you can see, it's a very sticky mixture, so don't worry, help yourself with a spatula. So as you can see, we've plated up our beetroot dessert or halwa. Now, to add a final touch, we will garnish it with a little bit of milk paste that we have kept aside from before. So just take a little bit of it in your hands and crumble it on top like so, just to make it look a little bit nicer, more attractive. And also add a little bit of crushed cashew nuts that we have reserved from before, again to make it look a bit better. and a little bit more, and there we go. So as you can see, our beetroot dessert or beetroot halwa with koya is ready, garnished, and to prove you how good it is, I'm gonna taste test it. So I'm just gonna take a little bit from the side, just like so, as to not ruin the plate, and absolutely delicious. It's very sweet, soft, and you get that little crunch from the cashew nuts and that explosion from the milk paste. So this is it from me. Well done. Allah Hafiz.